Well, there again, people, this is yours truly, and this video is going to be about the fraud group, Protect the Adirondacks, and the leader, Peter Beyer, the executive director, that has lied to everyone, including the people of the state. And now, ladies and gentlemen, you say this after further looking into this, that all of the items that they have discussed, these are the dates, and especially the areas that have rail trails, and that's something also that they have not told you about, is that in every bigger population centers that they have the numbers, people, to justify having a rail trail. But ladies and gentlemen, with this website here, this is all lies and all innuendo, because all they want, people, is to destroy history. This right here. Sorry about the shaking, people. Grassroots. What a pathetic joke. And this is off their own website. And also, too, ladies and gentlemen, that up here in North Creek, New York, which I've lived in this town all my life, that this area does not justify the numbers to destroy history, and also it does not generate enough at all. And ladies and gentlemen, I will now bringing up the list of trails. This is Google, ladies and gentlemen. This right here, okay, Bird Trail, Boston Pines Bike Path, Black River Recreational Trail, and the Bog Meadow Brook. As you can see, every single one, the locations, they are in a larger geographical area. And ladies and gentlemen, here's also a list. States: Alabama, Arizona, Arkansas, larger geographical areas, ladies and gentlemen. Sorry again, I'm trying to read here and also look up, doing one-handed. Again, this is Illinois, all in larger geographical areas, and also, too, when these areas go to a rail trail, they are destroying history. And scroll down here more: Minnesota, Mississippi, Missouri, Nevada, New Hampshire, Ohio, New York, and I already covered the New York listing right there. And now getting back to what I'm saying here, that a rail trail in this area would be a total disaster for the history, of this state people, number one. Number two, that the reason why it will be a disaster for a rail trail, that all the info that has been put out, people have been lied to, and they actually, ladies and gentlemen, because of this propaganda, have ran a railroad company out of business. And this right here, ladies and gentlemen, all the BS, this is right off the website, and this is a shame. Oh, let me find it here. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, that right there says it all. That is a disgrace and a disservice. And once again, I will bring up the staff person again. That name there, and Peter Barr, the executive director. And I can tell you this much, people. This area does not justify having this rail trail. And also, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why I can say that, I also used to work in the hospitality industry for 22 years, and I've seen what works and what doesn't work. And here's another thing too, right off their websites. Look at the propaganda, people. People say that they're all for Protect the Adirondacks. What happens when history has been wiped away in less than 1%? That's right, ladies and gentlemen. 1% of the older population wants to have a trail like this, but at the same time, too, that the cost is too much. The question should be, when is the county going to stop wasting taxpayers' dollars? Because, ladies and gentlemen, there's a company out of Colorado that wants to buy the whole entire line, and I say this, I say, let them buy the whole line. If they're willing to buy it for $5, $6, $7, $8 million, or walk right into the boardroom, put a $10 million check on the table, I say, sold, and that's the most simplest thing that this can be done, because, ladies and gentlemen, I know that Protect the Adirondacks is behind this fraud that they're trying to do. Even during the winter, ladies and gentlemen, I have lived up here almost all my life, and there's not enough people that come up here to justify having something like this. And the amount of taxpayers' money that is needed, you're talking $250 to $500 million. See, this is what these so-called Protect the Adirondack groups or these other environmentalist groups that, ladies and gentlemen, they're not from this area. And they think just to shove their obsolete ways down everyone's throats, big mistake. Because the infrastructure in the state of New York, ladies and gentlemen, needs to be refixed, needs to be repaired, and the money from this, from the whole line, can be reinvested back into New York State. And also, ladies and gentlemen, too, it should be noted that it's a shame that Protect the Adirondacks ran Iowa Pacific Railroad out of upstate New York. Okay, because public officials should not have the right to tell a business owner what they can and cannot do with their own business. And this Protect the Adirondacks, they're obsolete people. I'm like, when is everyone going to wake up? The reason why I did this video here today, ladies and gentlemen, is because I'm from this town. I'm from this community. And also, too, New York State and North Creek has a part in presidential history. Teddy Roosevelt was on the loading area to get on a train to go back to Washington when he found out he became the President of the United States. And Protect the Adirondacks still wants to push their obsolete data, which, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys would look into the facts are simple. Up in this area, there's not enough people. There's not enough justification to have a rail trail. If you look at every single location that there is a rail trail, if they're in larger population centers, they have the people there that can justify having it. Okay? People need to wake up here because environmental groups, including Protect the Adirondacks, groups like this are a fraud. They have obsolete information. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end it on this, that history up in this area has a rightful place. With the right business plan, a tourism train can be effective. But getting back to this Colorado company wanting to come in and buy everything, it's simple, Warren County supervisors and also Warren County commissioners. Wake up. If a company wants to come in and put a check on the table and to buy the whole shooting match and they want to take over maintaining the line, it's a no-brainer, because you can have that extra money, reinvest it back in New York State, plain and simple. And I know I'll probably get a lot of drawback from this, but again, I'm from this area. A rail trail is not a justification. And also, too, if Protect the Adirondacks, okay, and this is not harassing or intimidating, I'm only stating the truth here and also the facts. The facts are, if those cars were cleared by federal inspectors, then if that was the only way they could generate revenue, I'm like, they should have been given a chance. But again, Governor Andrew Cuomo was brainwashed by these so-called environmental groups. See, I like having an area where it's good, but at the same time, companies need to make money to survive. And I'm going to end it like this. I'm calling out these environmental groups because, including Protect the Adirondacks, instead of spreading your false lies and wanting to shove your outdated thinking, and also, too, you guys are not from this area, so why try to push your false lies and your false garbage down everyone's throat. You guys do not tell the truth that every major population center that there's a rail trail. You guys destroy history, and there's a bigger population center to justify it. How come you can't sell the truth that people can believe instead of trains ruin the Adirondacks? I'm like, trains are part of the history of the Adirondacks, and I'll be the first one to come right out and support this Colorado company coming in to buy the whole shooting match. The question should be, Warren County supervisors, when are you going to start seeing the truth that you can actually have the money to reinvest back into upstate New York, to have the money to reinvest for the infrastructure, Warren County, Essex County, all these smaller towns, instead of complaining of being broke all the time? Ladies and gentlemen, you can actually do what you were put in office to do instead of being brainwashed by groups like this, which all these is complete crap. And I'm going to end it like this. With the right business plan and the right business model, ladies and gentlemen, I firmly support the sale of the entire railroad line to this Colorado Railroad Company, because when they close on it, the question should be, do you want money to reinvest back into the small towns and small communities, or are you willing to go bankrupt by these so-called environmentalists that don't even care about the communities that they are affecting and the history that they're destroying? Thank you. And Railroad Company in Colorado, buy the whole line. See y'all. Bye-bye.